Hi, my name's Linda and I work for Caring Dads in Leeds, and I'm just going to speak for a few minutes now about coping with jealousy. So it sort of fits in with managing emotions and time out kind of work that you might have been doing. But we thought it was worth focusing a little bit on jealousy, particularly because it seems to be something that a lot of people struggle with in relationships. So it's a feeling, jealousy, and we're all probably going to feel it at some point in our lives, but it's partly about sort of how we then behave and how we react to that, I guess. And often jealousy comes from anxiety or fears or feelings of worry about losing somebody or what somebody else is going to do, and can cause lots of other really difficult feelings as well. So the first stage is trying to understand, I suppose, what jealousy is like for you. What sorts of things make you feel jealous in relation to your partner, and how you feel physically when that happens, and how you respond to that. So that will involve sort of thinking about past relationships as well as what's going on in your current relationship, and your behaviour is probably somewhere on a spectrum from, winding yourself up with getting more jealous and more wound up with thoughts of your partner, what your partner's doing, through to perhaps checking texts, questioning them, being very suspicious of everything they do, through to much more sort of abusive behaviours where you're really obsessive and you're trying to control what they're doing, and understanding that even if it's driven by jealousy and it's not your intention, if you're in that sort of place with jealousy, it's likely your partner will feel like you're trying to control them. How you behave is likely to be influenced by a few things. First of all, how wound up you are, how agitated you are on a scale of 1 to 10 at a different time. So again, that's worth noticing, because you might get a bit jealous but then be able to manage it, but other times you might not. The other thing that will affect how you behave is what the sorts of things are that you're saying to yourself. So what kind of messages you're carrying in your head, your self-talk. If you think that you're not good enough for your partner, or that she's bound to find someone better, or that she's never faithful, then that's the way you're going to interpret things if you see her talking to somebody else. So it's worth thinking, what are those messages that you've got in your head, and are they accurate, in fact? It's also going to be influenced, how you behave is going to be influenced by how you've responded in the past, the habits you've formed, the ways you've behaved in relationships, and the way that you and your partner both respond to feelings of jealousy. So what can you do? Well, recognizing it is the start, and understanding it for yourself, recognizing those times when you feel jealous, looking after your stress and looking after yourself in that way. Taking time outs if you need to. Really crucial is talk things over with somebody that you trust, not somebody that's going to fuel it, or that's going to, increase the drama of that situation. Somebody that you can trust to give you an honest reflection and opinion. Try and think about reframing it. Try and think about what's really going on. Is it about how you're feeling rather than actually what they're doing? And try and put a more realistic message in your own mind, if you like. And also reflecting on what sort of relationship you want to be in. If you want to have trust and closeness with somebody, then is your jealous behaviour likely to help you achieve that, or is it more likely to drive someone away? And lastly, just remember that you can feel jealous and it's not very nice, but you do have a choice, and you are in charge of how you then behave with that. And if you're not happy with how you're doing things, then there's chance to change that. Okay, thanks.